A force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering, it just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I'd definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
Yes, sir!
Good afternoon, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are coming to you live from Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's spring season home opener. The Whalers Boys Varsity Lacrosse team plays host to those Monomoy Sharks in another Cape and Islands League matchup. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside Sean Davis, who will be your eyes on the field today as we begin another spring season of Whalers coverage here on the NSC on the Tube and locally on channel 1072 on NCTV. We got a simulcast going. Of course, a few of you will be switching back and forth to the baseball game, who's already up 2-0 over those Bourne Canalmen. This is the opening game for Nantucket after finishing another very successful season last year, reaching the Final Four for the second consecutive year and 7th straight tournament berth. Monomoy lost its opener against DY and will look to make it back into the tournament again this year after new head coach Chris Harlow took over at the helm last year and led them to a successful season. But before we get to our game preview, I do want to take a moment and thank our founding underwriter for the sports here and our Nantucket business supporters for the sports on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts through their support of our broadcast of Whalers Athletics. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Coming back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we get all set up for the Whalers home opener. They finished the 2025 season 15-6 overall with a second consecutive Final Four berth after, of course, that magical state title run in 2024. We are riding what I've quoted as the golden era here. We're just going to continue to ride that wave as long as it takes us. Looks like we are lined up for at least one more good run here, as Nantucket had 5 seniors graduate from that team last year, but they have another senior-laden lineup and are geared up for another very successful season. This one, as we have said a couple years in a row, could be another special one for head coach Sam Aloisi in his 13th year as the coach here of the boys varsity lacrosse team. He is cautiously excited about the team, as he told The Current last week. This is another big opportunity for these guys. The roster has 11 players that played on that championship team in one way or another. And again, many of them are starters from last year's team that made it to the Final Four. The Whalers co-captains Aaron Hanlon and Jeremy Jenkinson once again lead the way. Hanlon looks to close out his star-studded Whaler athletic career as one of the most successful lacrosse players in Whalers history. He will not be going tonight because he paid a visit to Cal Poly. I want to congratulate the Hanlons on Aaron accepting the invitation to come out to California to Cal Poly Tech. Congratulations to him, amongst many, many of the seniors that have already accepted their letters of invite to the next level. He will be playing on the club team, which is one of the best club teams in America. So congrats to him, and I'm sure we'll see number 4 on the field here very shortly. Of course, Jeremy Jenkinson will anchor that defensive unit as we get all set and ready to go. Whalers Nation, are you ready for another lacrosse season? We are indeed. The X has for the Whalers Kaiden Whitfield, number 7. He will be the X-Man, and he wins the first lacrosse face-off, and we are underway for the 2026 spring season of lacrosse as the Whalers win the first draw and will set up the offense here. And away we go. 1 for 1, Kaiden Whitfield, as again, we will see many players in and out of here. Stringer got it set up. That's Tyler Miller. Goes behind the net as the Whalers work it around here. Andrick Mooney at the top of the offensive zone. That's Miller once again. Sets it up, fakes, behind the net it goes once again. Shot goes wide, and Whalers retain possession. Bring it back in here quickly. Just underway here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Mooney will make a run here. Double teamed and backs it out. Moskrop, happy and healthy, back again in a Whalers lacrosse uniform, a key part of many victories. Nice job on the transition as the Whalers force a turnover. Mooney, shot off the post. Whalers retain possession. First shot on goal hits the iron. And the Whalers will quickly put it back in play here with 10:20 to go here in the first. Back up top, Mooney gathers, avoids one, comes in and shot, scores the first goal of the 2025 season. Andrick Mooney, who weaved his way through the Monomoy defenders to net the first goal for the Whalers here in the spring season. The first of many, many goals to be scored for sure, as this team is loaded with offensive firepower. They have a solid crew behind them in defense. The Yates brothers going to make one more run at it as well. And you see number 22, Soren Edwards, trading his skates in for cleats, and another whiz shot by Mooney just misses that top end post. But the Whalers, again, very well coached, get to that ball very quickly and retain possession here. Already up 1-0. Another shot. From Jake Grant, misses the net as Coach Gamble yelling out the offensive plays. Oh, nice recovery by Grant there over to Tyler Miller. Miller gives it up. Bouncing shot from Stringer goes over the net. Whalers hustle back to get to it. For Monomoy, they have had a tough time against this Whalers squad. They haven't won since 2018. And that was an off-island score. Their last trip here, shot, misses by Lachuzia. As Marco Lachuzzi just got inside that blue circle, unable to find the net, but a good-looking shot, low shot. Oh, a beauty over the shoulder as the Whalers take a 2-0 lead. Nolan Moskrop with a patented move over the shoulder there to notch the second goal at 9:18 left here in the first quarter. Last year's trip over to Vito Capizzo Stadium for the Sharks ended up in a 16-1 loss right before the playoffs began. They ended up losing to Littleton in the round of 32 as the Whalers once again win the face-off. Whitfield 3 for 3 on face-offs, and the Whalers will put it in play here, already up 2-0 with just over 9 minutes to play here in the first. Here's Miller, quickly cut off. Moskrop again with the over the shoulder. Wow, I thought we just did that, and we did. In net for the Sharks is Harry Beaumont. He's a junior. Again, no seniors on this Sharks team after they graduated 7 from last year's team that did make the playoffs for new head coach Chris Harlow in his second year now. They finished up at 11-8. Actually, 9 seniors on last year's team. I stand corrected. And it will be Brody Lavallee's team. He is the captain of the Sharks squad, and they will need him to score as many goals as possible. It will be a struggle offensively for the Sharks as the Whalers again win another face-off. Edwards will get it in to the offensive end as the scrum continues along the sidelines. Moskrop flips it ahead behind the back pass. Nicely picked up by the Whalers. Lachuzzi, a little give and go. Lost it on the way in. But the Whalers scrap for the possession and come up with it as Moskrop settles it down here and flips it back up top to Miller. And the Whalers get it set up. 3-0 is the lead for Nantucket with possession. Here's a quick shot, well over the mark, and whizzes out of bounds. Inside, quick shot by Miller, bounces in, and Tyler Miller finds the net as the Whalers have scored on each of their first 4 possessions here with 7:49 to go. They are up 4-0 already and looking complete control of their game here early on. I know it's the first week of actual games, but the Whalers have been on the field here for quite some time. As you can see, the field already in mid-season form with lots of divots, especially along that X. I know the turf field is one of those big discussions around the community, especially here at the high school. So we'll see how that proceeds. Again, those will be down the road even if it gets approved immediately. But, what do I know? So Whitfield doesn't win the face-off, so 3 of 4. However, the Whalers force a turnover, and will be back on the offensive end here. Advancing in. Good catch. And as you can hear, coach is calling out the formation here as we see Gavin Smith for the first time here on offense. Of course, coming off a fantastic basketball season, nearly pulling off the upset at Swampscott. Lost in overtime. Low shot handled this time by the Monomoy goalie, Harry Beaumont. And let's see if they can get it into the offensive end. They have not advanced it into the offensive end yet and do not have a lot of time left here. Off the stick of number 24, Nick Garneau, and back the other way come the Whalers. Nick Yates scooping it up quickly and advancing it. Bit of a Gilman pass there by the goalie Beaumont, unanswered. Clock approaching 6.5 minutes left here in the first. Good movement by the Whalers. Ball down, but picked up and still controlled by Nantucket. Low shot, scores! Marco Lachuzia finds the net. And the Whalers have always had one of those players that may be short in stature but seems to find a way to get holes in those defenses, and Lachuzia will certainly be one of those guys, as again, short in stature, but he has got a rifle and just a sophomore. Look forward to seeing him score many, many goals here, the first of the year, coming on that shot, giving the Whalers a 5-0 lead with 6:15 to go. Whitfield a little early on the draw, as Monomoy will look to advance it into the offensive end for the first time here this afternoon. And they do so. Isaiah Freeman at the top of the offensive end, hounded. Little pick run, and here's number 24, Nick Garneau. Excellent hockey player as well. And this is most definitely one of the strong points of the Whalers, as again, a loose ball quickly scooped up by Nantucket, and on the run is Whitfield, as he will outrace the entire Sharks. Poked away and scooped up by Danny Bouchard, who quickly trots off after gaining possession on the defensive end. So the Whalers don't even give up a shot there, as Monomoy unable to get anything going. Here's another shot and another goal. That goal scored by number 6, Noah Stringer, who came streaking through the middle of the defensive setup. And we've got a quick timeout here by the Sharks. We'll take a quick break here. Why not? 5:03 to play here in the first. Whalers in control, up 6-0.
Okay. I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you're messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it, and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
They know I'm back to the bone. Yes, sir!
Want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. Timeout called by head coach Chris Harlow for Monomoy to get his troops settled. They're down 6-0 here with still 5:03 to play in the first. 2 goals by Nolan Moskop, literally within seconds of each other. Kyden Whitfield once again a little early, so the Monomoy Sharks will put it in play here as Garneau will scoop and await his final offensive player. And it's Matt Contantonio, and not out of play, but scooped up quickly by Soren Edwards. He is a master stick handler, and quickly into the offensive end come the Whalers. And Monomoy forces the turnover. Ball down. And again, this grass field playing fits against the Sharks here as they try and scoop it, and out of bounds it goes. Number 9, Vaugh Morris. Forced out of bounds, and it'll be Stringer getting it into the offensive end. Here's Moskop. And one of those 11 seniors on the Whalers squad. Behind the net it goes. Left alone, Stringer. And back up top, here's Miller. Miller with a goal already. Off the stick. And let's see who gathers it. Nice job by the defense. Garneau spins out of one. And we'll try and sprint ahead. Gets nudged from behind and ball loose. Good job once again by the Whalers defense. Stringer. Yates looking to take somebody's head off. Fortunately, it did not happen. But the Whalers do gain possession. Here's Mooney. Double teamed. And he'll back it out. Stringer over to Miller. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the first. Inside out game as the Whalers look to use a little clock here, already up 6-0 in the first. There's Grant. Chuzia back out to Miller. Good ball movement here. As you can hear Coach Gamble agreeing with me. I love it when the coaches agree. Up top, back up top, all the way to Miller. As we approach 2 minutes, they've held the ball here for nearly a minute. And good defense there by Monomoy, forcing the ball loose, but the Whalers are able to scoop it up. Here's Stringer. Advances in. Here's Lachuzia. Oh, beats the goalie with a low shot. Marco Lachuzia. Nifty. Great pass from Stringer as the Monomoy defense momentarily forced the loose ball, scooped up quickly. And Stringer found Lachuzia in a juicy spot. Beaumont actually had to come out of net to try and force a tough angle, but unable to stop the shot. As the score goes to 7-0. 2, 4, 6, 7 is what I've got. And Whitfield now 4 of 6, and he'll run in, bounce one. Looks like the defense got a little piece of it, but the Whalers are back there. Clock's running under 2 minutes to play here in the first. Whalers in command, up 7-0, despite what the scoreboard says. Pass deflected and picked up. And Beaumont will quickly try and get it out. Nick Haddon triple teamed and loses it. Whalers just eating that one up, converging on the ball, and quickly Lachuzia able to scoop it and hang on to the possession here as they look to add another goal here. Already up 7-0. Mooney. Over to Moskrop. Miller over to Grant behind the net. Inside, outside, nice. Love this ball movement there. Just in complete control of this game, and it has been all Nantucket here in the first. 40 seconds to go. They're going to run this down right to the end and try and net one with as little time left on the clock. Miller loses it momentarily, but quickly recovers and scoops it. Down to 30 seconds. Stringer with a spin move. Shot goes wide. Clock continues to run. Dow stops at 17 seconds. See if the Whalers can net one here right at the end of the quarter. This is one of those exercises in game situations. Under 10 seconds to go. And they're just going to let it run out as they will have possession here in the second. Clock expires on the first. Whalers in complete control. They've scored 7 times, 2 goals from Lechuzia, 2 from Moskrop, Miller, Mooney, and Stringer all had single tallies as well. We'll take one more quick break here and come back with more Whalers action from Vito Capizzo Stadium. And took it up 7-0 after 1.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we have completed a quarter of play. 7-0 the Whalers on top. Monomoy hasn't even gotten a shot off. Kaiden Whitfield's been dominant on the X, winning 5 of the 7 face-offs. And goals have been scored by Marco Lechuzia. He's got 2, actually. Moskrop's got a couple. Miller, Mooney, and Noah Stringer, all with single tallies. And the Whalers have just been in complete control from the opening face-off as they face a Monomoy squad that's going to have to retool after a playoff run last year under Chris Harlow in his first year. But they lost a significant part of their starting lineup with 11 seniors on last year's squad. So it will be tough sledding here to begin things for the Sharks as the Whalers win another face-off. Quickly advancing into the offensive end. Again, no Aaron Hanlon today. He's got a case of the Cal Poly flu after missing a couple of practices and officially accepting an invitation out west. He will be on the lacrosse field there. but it looks as if the Whalers won't need him today as they are already up 7-0 here. There's Grant. He will be posted up behind the net for the most part, keeping that Whalers offensive flow going. Here he is once again behind the net, making his way over to the left wing nearest to us. Here's Mooney. Swings it over to Miller. Stringer over to the far side wing. Grant over to Mooney. Again, good offensive continuity already. These guys are in what looks to be mid-season form, just working it around here, using the clock at will. And when they want to turn it on, there has been nothing Monomoy has been able to do to stop them. Already 2 minutes of game clock here on the possession. There's Marco. He gets a screen, little roll, weaves through a couple of defenders, back to Stringer. And they'll get it reset here up top with Tyler Miller. And you can hear Coach Gamble just constantly moving. Here's a shot over the shoulder, another goal. Looked like Noah Stringer. Nope, that was Moskrop once again with that patented over-the-shoulder shot. He netted twice in the first. With 9:40 to go here in the second. Whalers now up 8-0, padding that lead. And it could be one of these rare occasions in Cape and Islands play that it's a cruise and a trip. So it will be Monomoy possession here as Whitfield unable to gain possession. But again, it has been tough sledding here for the Sharks on both sides of the ball. They are just in another league here than the Whalers at this point. Owen Casey loses it. Oh, neat, nifty move by Soren Edwards. And he'll advance it up. Whalers in transition. Will wait and hold it up as Gavin Smith sends it over. As Soren Edwards will trot off and give the offensive unit another chance at a goal here. Got an update from the baseball fields over on Bacchus Lane. Whalers up 8-0 over the Canalmen as they look to move to 2-1 on the year. Coach Pearson's got himself a squad, and we expect big things from the baseball team. Of course, we are a little short-handed here today, so Charles Douglas on the call over at the Bacchus Lane fields. Tyler Miller from just inside the white stripe. Blasts it by Beaumont as he wound up, and a lightning bolt from the right hand of Tyler Miller makes it 9-0, his second goal of the game. $8:17 to play here in the second. And the Whalers pretty much moving at will this afternoon, despite not having their best player, Aaron Hanlon, lacing him up. Whitfield battles here and gathered by the Whalers. Here's Canton Jenkinson, who finds it and scores. First time Canton Jenkinson touches it. That's a goal. The senior able to scoop it up quickly with his great hands on both the lacrosse field and on the hockey ice. And it'll be Gavin Smith here getting a chance to do something here on the X. And Gavin Smith momentarily had possession, but unfortunately the Sharks win the draw, but immediately turn it over as an errant pass from Nick Garneau goes out of bounds. 10-0 our score here. Should be a running clock as Nick Yates just running through the entire Monomoy team there, but throws it out of bounds. So it'll be Monomoy ball here as Nick Garneau takes the possession. And Monomoy will try and get something going here against the Whalers. Down 10-0. Could have a running clock here shortly. Got to get it over the clock, and intercepted here by Soren Edwards. Whalers on the run. They got numbers, but we'll pull it out and get it set up here as Nantucket again already up 10-0. Good job by Soren Edwards on the intercept. As we see a couple of fresh bodies in. Got Waylon Mooney now, number 36 in the game, along with number 69, Thomas Schroeder. Pass over the head. And it will roll out of bounds, so the Whalers turn it over on the possession. A rare mistake by Nantucket. Crossfield pass off the stick. And an infraction called on Nantucket. Held the stick. Canton Jenkinson looking to interrupt and does so, ball down. And right on the line as Nick Yates is able to scoop it. And Jenkinson quickly up to Canton Jenkinson. Jenkinson to Jenkinson has been a thing for quite some time. It will be sad to see it come to an end here as both twins are seniors. And what a run they have had in their Whalers athletic career. Unbelievable success. Football team, 9-0 regular season, playoff appearance for the first time in quite some time. Hockey made the playoffs as well. Auspicious end to that, but nonetheless, good physicality here by both squads as Gavin Smith gets tossed to the ground, and a flag, the first of the afternoon, comes out as the Sharks called for a penalty here with 5:10 to go here in the second. And penalty called on Ethan Elliott. So he'll sit for a minute. Whalers on a man up here as they can try and use it all and net one here to add to their lead. Inside shot, score! Nice low shot there by Latruzza, netting his third. He's got a hat trick along with Nolan Moskrop, and the Whalers take advantage of the power play and increase their lead to 11-0. Still here in the second, 4:43 to play in the second quarter. It has been all Nantucket all day here as they look to open the season with a convincing win. Already up 11-0. Whitfield wins another face-off after Gavin Smith was in for one. He kicks it ahead, and it'll be run down by Lechuzia. Grant, pass is deflected, and Monomoy looks to advance. Coming from behind and knocking it loose was Noah Stringer. Approaches the Whalers bench, and Nantucket unable to save it as Soren Edwards unable to keep it in play. So Monomoy will put it in here. Garneau, again, trying to do anything on offense. Beaumont, the goalie, even looking. And the Whalers denying all angles here and converging quickly and knocking out of bounds as the Sharks will turn it over once again. Here's Gavin Smith into the offensive end quickly. Good spin by Moskrop. Back up top to Smith. Inside Lechuzia. Backs it out. Waylon Mooney sends it over to Stringer. He gets it back, little give and go. Shot, score, perfect shot from Noah Stringer. And he nets his second. Beautiful overhand shot there by Noah Stringer to make it 12-0 as the clock stops with 3:20 to play here in the first half. Happy to have you along here, as always, on the NSC on YouTube, wherever you may be joining us in the world. Locally here, channel 1072 on NCTV. We have a simulcast today here. The boys are taking care of business on the dime, and they were up 8-0 last I poked over there, and looks like they have added to that total on a home run from Miguel Tejada. 10-0 in the bottom of the fourth as Charles Douglas on the call. If you want to flip over on YouTube, as the shot sails high from Kaiden Whitfield, wins another face-off. As we approach 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Mooney, right in front of us here, sends it over to Stringer. And Whalers in complete control. Here's a backhanded shot. Finally a save by Beaumont, who comes out of net to get it. He's got to hustle back. Right in front, shot, score. Lechuzia with an easy one. That is goal number 4 for Marco, as Beaumont turned it over after saving the initial shot. Made an error coming out of net, and he paid the price with a goal there. That makes it 13-0. Clock will stop with 2:45. So a crisp afternoon here as the wind is howling from left to right on your video screen. You can see the jerseys moving here, but the Whalers have been completely on fire here offensively. And honestly, they have just dominated the possession so much that they haven't had to play much defense. They forced 4 turnovers, and Canton Jenkinson even got in on the fun from the defensive side of things in transition. And the Whalers have another possession here, approaching 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And Whalers in complete control, up 13-0. Got to congratulate our Whalers girls lacrosse team, great comeback to win their first game off island against Nauset. They were down 3-0 and held on to win 10-9. Here's a low shot, scores! Bounces off the turf or ground in front of the goal, and Moskrop notches another one, his fourth of the afternoon, fourth of the first half here, I should say. As the Whalers' dominance continues here, 14-0, the score with 1:55 to go. Again, showed a lot of character off island, getting back to the girls lacrosse team. Anytime you can win off island is a bonus, but to be down 3-0 and show their composure for new head coach Kelly McDonald, got to be pleased with that, as, again, first game of the season, you never know, so they were down 3-0 and were able to rally. 3 goals to nothing is a tough comeback no matter who the team, but Nauset, always one of those tough squads in our league as the scrum continues. Finally scooped up by Jake Grant. We'll get it reset as we approach 1 minute to play here in the first half. Let's see if the Whalers can net one more here. They were up 7-0 after one and have already scored 7 here in the second. And they turn it over here with 56 seconds to go. We'll see if Monomoy can turn this into something late in the first half. Back to Beaumont. And pass deflected. And the Whalers take it over with 45 seconds to go. Edwards passes it, and the Whalers will get it set up here as Jake Grant behind the net. Sends it back up top, bounces, and all the way through the midfield stripe. And that's a hit to the head. No, must have been a breeze, I suppose, but Yates over to Lechuzia. Still 20 seconds to go. Whalers get it set back up. Edwards trots off. And it'll be Kaiden Whitfield to finish off the offensive unit. Down to 10 seconds. And the Whalers will let it run out here on a very impressive first half. 14-0 our score. We'll take a break, chat more about the first half, get things set up for our spring season. Whalers in complete control after 2 periods of play. 14-0 our score. You can go downstairs now. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3, got it! Huge shot from Cup.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler! 1, 2, 3, Whalers! Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
Nantucket Ice is about community. Camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up. It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us, be a part of our community.
Boston Pops.
Where are you for Halloween?
We're in a tough situation, but you guys battled back.
Back to pass the parties, now to man in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Shot in front. You got a tie ball game.
It's ahead. Gets it by.
Voting is open.
Thank you very much.
My mark? Get my mark? Get your mark?
We're so glad that you were involved and you enjoyed the films.
I get to put this out into the community today, and I was really excited about that.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
We're just getting started.
There is this mind picture of a drug addict. You're down and out, not somebody you want in the house. But they're our neighbors, they're our relatives, they're our friends.
I still regret not taking that warning like I probably should have.
I truly believe the lowest point of despair is the preventable loss of one's child.
If you have an addiction issue, I want to be able to take care of you. It is an equal opportunity problem.
Need help? Visit addictionsolutionsnantucket.com.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp. I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as you see the sun shining out here in between a rather hazy, windy afternoon here, but it has not stopped the offensive juggernaut that is the Nantucket Whalers. They put up 14 goals here in the first half. Lachuzia and Moskrop each netting 4. Noah Stringer and Tyler Miller each with 2. And Andrick Mooney and Canton Jenkinson round out the scoring with a goal each. I would imagine we are going to have some running clock here in the second half as the Whalers have been in complete control from the opening face-off. And they have dominated the possession. They have dominated on the defensive end, forcing 6 turnovers. And it will be a second half that will see Jeremy Jenkinson taking a seat here. Looks like Waylon Mooney in net for the Whalers. Give him some practice in net. And again, we will see some different faces in different positions. Noah Stringer with some absolute thievery in the X to get things going. And the Whalers will have the first possession of the second half, already up 14-0. Here's Mooney. Thomas Schroeder right there in the middle, gathering the ball, sends it over to Mooney. And again, this could be long possession after long possession for the Whalers. Obviously the game well at hand here. It will be an opportunity for Coach Aloisi to move down the lineup and get some boys some playing time that maybe against a tougher opponent they would not see the field, which is always key and important along the journey. And of course the Whalers' journey will hopefully end being the last team standing, as they did in 2024. They made it to the Final Four last year, eventually losing to Cohasset, who was the state runner-up in Division 4. Norwell, the Clippers, winning the state title in our division last year. Congrats to Coach Pearson and the baseball team winning in convincing fashion 11-0, the final in just 4+ innings. As Henry Tejada hit one over the fence, 2-run shot to give the Whalers that double-digit lead. Here's a shot by Gavin Smith, just wide. The Whalers bench looking to get Gavin Smith a goal here. Schroeder sends it over the head, and that will be a turnover. Again, one of a couple of mistakes here by the Whalers offensively, but otherwise it has been flawless execution here. I know the coaches will probably disagree with my description there. Oh, nice pass all the way to midfield. And up ahead, Yates gets a piece of it as battle continues. Ben Yates running through defender after defender. Finally loses it, but gathers it back himself. Pass as the Whalers will get it set up here. Nice job by number 32. A rare possession into the offensive end of things. And that is a big dude, number 32. I would hate to see him in a dark alley or running at me with a lacrosse stick. Here's Gavin Smith. Pass goes over the head as they tried to thread the needle to Waylon Mooney. Mooney was thinking that was going to be a shot. Rushing in, and Gilman drops to the field and chasing after it, Brody Lavallee, and he will get it. So a rare possession for the Monomoy Sharks here. Let's see if they can capitalize. That Lavallee. Down on the field. Ball is loose, and the Whalers scoop it up. Again, just no shots allowed here. Monomoy forces another turnover. Retreating, number 9, Val Morris, no relation. And up ahead, here comes Monomoy on the attack. Garneau over in the far wing. And they get it set up. That's Nick Haddon, number 27 at the top of the zone for the Sharks. Sun poking through here as the ball is down. Kicked ahead, Whitfield unable to scoop it cleanly. That's Soren Edwards right there to make it happen for the Whalers. And here come the Sharks back the other way. Not now, you can't. Sharks are calling for timeout, but they do not have possession of the ball, so they cannot call timeout. Here's Yates. Gives it up. Tristan Grimes, another 3-sport athlete for the Whalers. And the Sharks finally get possession, and Harlow calls timeout with 6:14 to go. And the clock will stop again. We are in running time now as the Whalers up 14-0 in control here. We will take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. Come back with more of the second half. Whalers in control, looking to move 1-0 on the season.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to live action here as the Sharks call timeout, retain the possession, and look to get something going here on offense. They are down 14-0. It has been all Nantucket here this afternoon in their home opener, season opener for the Whalers. The girls lacrosse team went off island for their season opener and came up with a huge win for Coach Kelly McDonald and her squad. First win of her Whaler career, so congratulations to Coach as the Whalers came back from 3-0 down to win 10-9 against a very good Nauset Warrior team. Oh, nice spin move by Waylon Mooney here, and the Whalers are in business with Jake Grant setting it up here, back up top with Cotton Whitfield at the top of the zone. He unable to reach it, but quickly there is number 12, Kristen Grimes, who unable to hold the possession here, so the Whalers will be on the defensive side of things. Quickly into the game, Dan Bouchard as well. Running clock here in the second half as the Whalers are pitching a shutout and force another Monomoy turnover. Gavin Smith behind the net. Out of position was the goalie, but unable to find the net was Jake Grant, I believe, back there, yeah. Here's a rush. Shot whizzes wide. That was Mooney with the underhanded attempt. Gavin Smith back up top as the Whalers get it set up here. Grimes makes a move to avoid one. Nearly got a jump shot off. Here's Gavin Smith, shot, save made. Good save by Beaumont. His second of the game. Smith for the pass. Shot, side of the net. Beaumont will get it up and look to advance for Monomoy. Clock continues to run, approaching 3 minutes to go here in the third. No scoring here in the third so far. Again, the Whalers in complete control, up 14-0. And a Gilman attempt here as it goes all the way through. And Lavallee unable to get to it. Edwards with some nifty stick work. And here comes Jake Grant. He'll make a move and weaves it back through a couple of different defenders to get the Whalers set up with possession. Gavin Smith, far side wing. And that is an errant pass. And will unable to be saved. Offside as Monomoy will take over here. Nick Garneau will put it in. There's Owen Casey, number 10, as pass skipped over and unable to be handled. Yates with a quick scoop, and up ahead here's Grimes. Spin move, loses it, Grimes holds up nicely. And the Whalers get the turnover anyways and advance it into the offensive end. Choose it back on. And here's Noah Stringer at the top of the zone. He's got 2 goals in the game. There's Lachuzia behind the net here. He'll circle back. Gets it over to Gavin Smith. Smith inside, shot. Poked in with the backhand. Nifty stick work by number 12, Tristan Grimes, for the goal. The back of the stick swat. And Tristan Grimes scores his first goal of the season. Senior makes it 15-0. First goal scored here in the second half. Clock continues to run under a minute to play here in the third as Whalers win another faceoff. Schroeder, underhanded shot misses. Again, congrats to Coach Pearson and the baseball team moving to 2-1 in convincing fashion. I don't know that I've seen them win a game by mercy rule in my short tenure here. As the third period expires, third quarter expires, we'll come on back here after a short break. Whalers up 15-0, 12 minutes to play here as the Whalers look to move to 1-0 on the season.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
We don't have a roster yet. I want to welcome you back to live action here as we get ready for the fourth quarter of play. Whalers in complete control, 15-0. They were up 14-0 at the half and played a little keep away on offense, working on some things as we're just underway. Home opener for Nantucket, second game of the season for the Sharks. They lost to DY 22-4 and obviously will fall here to the Whalers. We'll see what the final score is, and it has been all Nantucket this afternoon in what will be a convincing win for a team that made the state semifinals last year. As Lachuzia battling in the midst of Whaler defenders, Gavin Smith scoops it and saves the possession, gets it set back up off the stick of Mooney, but in good position here. just got word that it is Nick Weisentanner in net, number 35. I didn't have him on the list. Tristan with a spin move attempt and jars the ball loose, staying with the play, and picked up by Stringer. He'll circle back and gets it over to Mooney. Stringer took one to the kneecap there. Here's Lechuzia, tough bounce pass handled. Whalers back it out. Another tip pass attempt by Stringer. And it'll be a turnover. Monomoy will take over. God, there is a huge divot in the field. That is dangerous looking. As Monomoy will put it in here after the infraction. Nice run here by Vaughn Morris. Again, no relation, but gains possession. And oh, that was nearly the first shot on goal. But the turnover will give it back to Nantucket here as the clock continues to run under 10 minutes to play here. As the Whalers will move to 1-0 here on the early season with a and Monomoy turned it. Oh. Not sure what happened there, but Monomoy has possession. Yates forces it and scoops it ahead and unable to save it, however. So it'll be back to Monomoy. Good effort on the defensive side of things. No surprise there from number 32, Ben Yates. He is a beast on the defensive side. Great physicality, great stick handling too from the big fella. And turnover on Monomoy as Connor Kent, just a sophomore, unable to hang on to it. Again, it just looks physically that this Whaler team is in a couple notches ahead of this Monomoy Sharks team this year. And Bouchard able to run it all the way through. Great clear. And here comes the Whalers. Grimes unable to get it ahead. And here's Lechuzia behind the net, who will grab it finally, hang on to it. Mooney, open space, unable to handle it. Grimes flips it ahead. Mooney, weaving and bobbing, finally pulls it back out. And Lechuzia not looking, but it'll be Whaler ball. Here is some sloppy play here towards the end of the game. But the Whalers will continue with possession. Off the stick of Grimes. Nice play by Gavin Smith to jar it loose, and Tristan Grimes will scoop it up, but offside's the call, so back to Monomoy. It will go again. Tristan Grimes, good athlete on the hoops team, on football, and picking up the sport of lacrosse here to finish off his Whaler career. And he will get a pass intended for him. Here's Gavin Smith up ahead and back outside Lechuzia with a good play to hold on to it. Flag down here is not sure what the call will be, but could have been a slash, even though Mooney didn't lose the possession. Bouncing ball. Lechuzia finally gets to it. No defense near him behind that net. So extra possession here as Soren Edwards in on the offensive side of things with the long stick. He'll get it back here. Approaching 6 minutes to play here as the Whalers have possession, the lead, and we'll have a penalty. And here's Gavin Smith, shot hits the post. And out of bounds as Mooney unable to hold on to it. It'll be, I think, number 13, Nikolai Kochuyakov, the guilty party on the slash. So he'll sit for a minute as the clock will continue to run. So man down for the Sharks. Gavin Smith approaches and scores! Just like that. Gavin Smith, the senior, notches his first goal of the year here on the lacrosse field. As the Whalers put it in quickly and score goal number 16 on the afternoon. Again, Ochuzia and Moskra both with 4 goals each. Tyler Miller's got 2. Noah Stringer also with 2. Mooney, Canton Jenkinson, Gavin Smith now, and Tristan Grimes, each with single tallies. But it has been a new level of dominance here for the Whalers as they continue to gain possession. That's got to be a penalty, a flag down as a hit to the head unnecessarily. Again, I believe that was a brush to begin with. Here's a shot, pass inside, and the whistle will stop play. One-minute penalty on Emmett Giorgio for the slash. Like a hit to the head, but clock approaching 4 minutes to go here as the Whalers have been in cruise control since the second quarter. They put up 14 goals in that first half and have added a couple here in the second half, but it has been basically a glorified practice here in the second half. Again, no offense to the Monomoy Sharks, but it has been the Whalers in complete control, doing whatever they want to do. And here's Canton Jenkinson with a short stick, turning in his defensive stick as Lechuzia able to save it. But it will be Monomoy possession here as the new goalie, George Horsfall, another junior, unable to get it to a blue jersey cleanly. And the Whalers will gain possession again here. Just 3 minutes to go here in what will be victory number 1 on the 2025-2026 boys lacrosse season. Team's back at full strength here. Mooney inside, quick pass to Smith, who's unable to flip it into the net. And it will be a clean sweep here for the Whalers as the baseball team won this afternoon. Boys lacrosse opens their season with a win. Baseball moves to 2-1 on the season. And Charles Douglas on the call, amongst a couple other jobs he was doing today as we're in that season of a little short-handed. And turnover forced once again as, again, the Whalers haven't even faced a shot on goal and will end up with a shutout. Here's a shot in front. Grimes scores his second. Great pass. Tristan Grimes, the senior, able to catch and shoot in one motion. And he will score goal number 17 for the Whalers in what will be a convincing win to begin the season. Good stuff from number 12. As we see a couple of our baseball players making their way over here after not quite playing a full game. They won by mercy rule. And the Whalers will take it over here as Whitfield puts it in play. Just over a minute to go from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Happy to have you along here as always, Whalers Nation. Grimes with an athletic move to get to it. Unable to scoop it cleanly, and Nantucket can pretty much use the rest of the clock here as we are under a minute to play. Canton Jenkinson barely got a workout in on the defensive end. Whalers did not face a shot on goal and will move to 1-0 on the season behind 4 goals from Lechuza and Nolan Moskrop. 2 goals scored by Tristan Grimes, Noah Stringer, and Tyler Miller. Those from Miller and Stringer early on in the first half, as the final few seconds will tick off the clock here. We will see the girls lacrosse team in action tomorrow, along with softball in theory, as long as rain holds off, as the final 5 seconds will tick off. Victory number 1 for the Whalers as they begin the 2026 campaign with a home win against the Monomoy Sharks, 17-0 the final. We will call it a game again. Good luck to Chris Harlow and the Monomoy Sharks on the remainder of their season. They will see this Whaler team off island, and it will be on to game number 2 here coming up for the Whalers. They've got some stiff contests, including Falmouth. Nauset, of course, has another good squad, so look forward to those here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. But the Whalers take care of business. 14 goals in the first half leads to a 17-0 victory for Nantucket. Thanks very much for joining us here on the NSC. Of course, always thanks to Sean Davis, your eyes on the field, and Charles Douglas for setting us up for success. We'll be right back here to catch the girls in action in their second game of the season, as they will face the Monomoy Sharks as well. Until tomorrow afternoon, thanks very much for joining us here, Whalers Nation. Whalers win 17-0.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
I'm a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
the Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium, it has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.